I'm pleased to announce Olivia joins us for Media Watch. Olivia, is Obama the first gay president?
Well, it's a good question, isn't it? That's what the front cover of next week's Newsweek is alleging.
Okay.
They have a big cover with a rainbow-coloured halo. I think we can take a look at that. Obama, the first gay president.
Okay.
Of course, they're not really alleging that he's gay and that in real life. But of course, this is a nod to the Toni Morrison article that was written in 1998 that alleged that Bill Clinton was the first black president in America because of his values. Toni Morrison, the writer, said that he came from a single-parent background in Arkansas. He shared a lot of values with the black community. Now, the writer of this cover article is Andrew Sullivan, a political blogger who's openly gay and a staunch supporter of Barack Obama. And I mean, it's quite funny that this statement was made on Wednesday, but the fact that Barack Obama supported gay marriage. But the media reverberations are still going on today, which shows you how much of a bold step it was for the president of the US to do this. What he said, Andrew Sullivan has given a little resume in his blog post for the Daily Beast here, saying that this is just an ideological shift, that tangibly it doesn't change anything because it doesn't change laws, it won't have any real effects in the legal system, but it's in a country where the Christian right is so present culturally and also politically, it's going to have a massive ideological effect, being the first president to say,
it
okay.
sets up a real sort of head-to-head with him
precedent.
and Mitt Romney. Romney, of course, sort of openly anti-gay marriage, anti-same-sex marriage, very much on the, Christian right, should we say.
And he's used this statement to come out and say that yet again, to really reiterate his views. And his blog post is titled, Obama Lets Go of Fear, so that he's saying he doesn't care about losing voters because of this. And what, of course, analysts are saying now is how does this affect people within his own party? We know the Republicans are obviously not in the same camp, but now Democrats are under pressure to decide whether they side with Obama openly, and they have to think about their electorate, their local community in the state that they're operating in. So many are choosing to sit on the fence, saying they're not openly for and they're not openly against. So this story is really running, and it's because in a place like America, it's a massive thing to say.
It is going to be a major issue from now right until the election in November. Let's move on, Olivia. You have a story now about the dangers of cyber attacks.
Yeah, cyber terrorism, in fact.
Okay.
This is a big, rather alarming dossier in the French online magazine Rue 89, where they compare the threat of a cyber attack to a potential Pearl Harbor-sized catastrophe on an international scale. What they've done here is a huge piece of investigative journalism where they get together lots of studies that have analysed all of the major infrastructure, for example, water plants, electricity, nuclear reactors, and have tested them to see how open they are to hackers or cyber attacks. Sadly, of course, they are very vulnerable. This is something that we don't hear about very often because obviously these institutions don't want to broadcast the fact that they have what are called digital open doors, where people could just get in and bring the whole system down.
Scary stuff, isn't it?
But they use the example of the Stuxnet virus in Iran in 2010, which effectively shut down 60% of their uranium enrichment. So they're saying that this could really happen anywhere in a Western infrastructure. And the US as well, even though they're quite quiet about it, the Ministry of Defense, the Department of Defense, is very aware of the attack. And Leon Panetta, when he came into his role last summer, highlighted it as one of his priorities, cyber terrorism. I think we can hear from him now.
To continue to focus on the threat of cyber attacks. We're now in a very different world, where we could face a cyber attack that could be the equivalent of Pearl Harbor. Someone using cyber could take down our power grid system, take down our financial systems in this country, take down our government systems, take down our banking systems. They could virtually paralyze this country.
Predictions of doom there from Leon Panetta, and he should know. This year is a big year, of course, for Queen Elizabeth II of Great Britain. The Royal Jubilee, of course, but you've got something from Her Majesty's past.
Yes. Now, this story, of course, about a very personal item of Queen Elizabeth's going under the hammer was broken by TMZ, the celebrity website. They were covering the fact that eBay have a pair, what they call an undergarment, a royal undergarment, up for auction. And it is, in fact, what we can see, a pair of Queen Elizabeth's knickers from 1968.
Royal drawers.
Royal drawers, indeed, with the monogram here, the E for Elizabeth. Apparently, she was on a trip in 1968 Dossier. She left them in a private jet, and now they're up for auction.
How'd you leave your drawers in a private jet? I give up. Okay.
€5,000 and $5,000. Sorry, they can be yours.
I don't think they'd fit me. Never mind. Olivia, thank you very much indeed. Olivia, with everything we've got to know about what's happening online. Media Watch, thank you very much indeed. Stay with us. We have much more to come here. More news, sport, culture, the lot for you. Live from Paris, I'm France Van Gad.